Yes, the Paris Principles, which are the document that governs the organization, the forming, organization, and functioning of national human rights institutions across the world, requires that each member state of the United Nations puts in place and operationalizes national human rights institutions. That is why countries such as the Gambia, Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Ghana all have national human rights institutions. And there is a ranking among national human rights institutions depending on the level of compliance of the institution vis-a-vis the Paris Principles. There's A status, there is B status, and there is C status depending on the level of compliance. The Gambia one is A status, which is excellent. So these national human rights institutions exist across the world, also in Africa, and they try to organize themselves by ensuring that they have a network either regionally or continentally. There's a network of national African human rights institutions, and there's also a network of West African national human rights institutions. So they gather annually with support from various partners, including the Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights, and UNOWAS also, which is the United Nations Office for West Africa and the Sahel. And the main purpose of this meeting, which is being hosted by the National Human Rights Institution of the Gambia, is to reflect on how best these institutions can help states improve on human rights records, promotion and protection, which other areas they can discuss and share experience, because some are more advanced than others. So basically this is the purpose, the main purpose of the meeting that, as you said, is going to happen from 7th to 9th of June here in the Gambia.
Let's talk about the mandate of the Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights. Tell us about their mandate.
The Office of the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights was established in 1993 by the United Nations with the mandate to ensure human rights promotion and protection globally. So the office, which is based in Geneva, does that through various types of field presences. There are country offices, which are established to work solely for a country. There are regional offices which are established to work for a region, like we have one in Dakar for the West Africa region, we have one in Yaoundé for the Central Africa region, and there's also component of peacekeeping operations such as the ones we have in MINUSMA in Mali or in MINUSCA in Central Africa Republic. Basically, we are there to help government, civil society, national human rights institutions, parliament to promote and protect human rights in an enhanced manner. We are advisory, an advisory body. We also are in charge of documentation, dissemination, and dissemination of information in the area of human rights.
Now, let's talk about the purpose of your visit to the Gambia.
Good. As the regional representative of the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights, covering the whole Western Africa, I focused on certain countries, such as Benin, Togo, Ghana, the Gambia, Cape Verde, and of course Senegal and Cote d'Ivoire, because these are countries where we do not have any type of human rights field presence. So we have to be there. In Mauritania, we have a country office. In Liberia, we have a country office. So that's why I don't go there that often. But I must confess that the proximity of the Gambia vis-a-vis Senegal is also an opportunity for me to be here a bit frequently. So I've come to meet with government counterparts. This morning, I was with the chairperson of the Human Rights Committee of Parliament to discuss areas of common interest. I also met with the chairperson of the National Human Rights Commission of the Gambia to also discuss matters of common interest. And I was fortunate to meet pupils and students from the Kotu High School and discuss the UDHR, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which is celebrating its 75th anniversary this year. And of course, I'm going to attend the meeting of NHRIs, which is starting tomorrow. And I'm also meeting my counterparts in the UN to also discuss how we can coordinate better and help the government of the Gambia in the area of human rights promotion and protection.